Welcome back to Two Witches Talking. I'm Megan, and I'm here with the lovely Morgan.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you today?
Hot.
Yes. We have an air quality alert.
Oh, yeah, we had a dust storm warning the other night, but supposedly monsoon season has started.
Okay.
We got lots of wind and clouds the other day.
Okay.
We did not get any rain, but we do have something that's supposedly coming in right now.
Okay, all right.
So hopefully, I'm sitting here like, please rain, because it's 109.
Yes.
I'm like, please rain.
Yeah. It was funny. There was a line of thunderstorms that came through the other night. I guess it was Monday, and we didn't get a drop of rain. But man, the next morning, that cold front had come in, and it was a little bit of a cool breeze outside. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And is a cool breeze like 95 or?
No. So
Okay.
it's actually, we haven't hit our hot part yet. We had one day that was like close to 100, but we're not there yet. So like it was actually like 79. So it was good. It was good.
So jealous.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's what our cold front, like once this storm comes in, we go to a cold front of a high of 95 for the next 4 days.
Yep. Oh, don't get me wrong. That will happen to us in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be battling like 110, maybe even 115. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I love how we always start out. It's like, oh, this is our weather.
Yes. So everyone everywhere hopefully loves to hear the weather in Tucson and Dallas, because that's what you're going to get, apparently.
Evidently, at least while we're hot. Hey, look, we're both perimenopausal. We both deal with it.
Hot all the time. Yeah.
Yes. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens in autumn and winter.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So good. Well, today's topic is another listener suggestion. This is from one of our Patreon members. So remember, you can pop into Patreon, see all the videos, comment on them there, drop suggestions, and it is on different types of divination. I almost said different parts of divination, which I don't think is a thing necessarily, but different types of divination. Cool. Yeah.
Yay!
So I'm super excited about this. Especially since the idea came to me after I did a little tarot card pull for myself.
I love
so
that.
we can start there. I know we both read cards for ourselves and for other people. And it was really fun because this will come out a couple weeks from now, of course. But that means you can also already read the blog on Ain't Goddess Creations about the different ways to use tarot. So I love, even if I don't have time to do a whole spread, I really love to just pull a card or two just to tune into the energies of the day, like ask myself what's present for my day, and kind of set myself up like that. And it's like divination light.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. And
I had to...
Oh,
no, I was going to say, I was doing the same thing. I currently have put my cards in timeout.
Oh.
Yeah, because I would pull a tarot card and then a card from two different oracle decks, my Avalon and my Mary Magdalene oracle.
Yeah.
And the cards started coming up the same every single day.
Oh.
So I put them in timeout because I do understand that this means I am just currently going through the same thing, but the time that it takes me in the morning to, sit down, ground center, pull my cards, and to have the same things coming up, what I'm doing is I say I put my cards in timeout, but really I'm honoring that apparently right now I'm just going through the same shit every day.
Yeah.
So I'm honoring that, and once I feel the shift happen, I will take my cards out of timeout again.
I think that's great. And the reason I think that's great is I was like, I have somewhere like a Celtic cross diagram, and I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So I just did a quick Google, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I don't remember all of these cards being in that place, but let's go with it. So I went with it and I did a reading and I put it all down, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is not applicable at all. Like, this is not this has nothing to do with me. So I pulled out a different divination tool, my trusty pendulum, which I use for Reiki, but I've used for longer than I've been a Reiki practitioner. And I was just like, is this for me? And the pendulum was like, nope. And I'm like, should I shuffle and re-pull? Yes. And so I was like, okay, let's go to an actual reputable source. And I really love Biddy Tarot because I think her stuff is just very straightforward. So I pulled hers up and I'm like, oh, okay, this seems right. And then I did this spread and I was like, oh, this makes total sense. I can see where I'm going. I can see that obstacle, all of this. And so I think that both of these examples are great examples of sometimes your intuition is just like, you need to put those away, or you need to just go with another source or something. Because ultimately all of our divination tools are a tool to access our intuition and access our magic. So if it's just not vibing, it's time to step away or change something up.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I use the Celtic Cross spread for when I do readings through the website.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like, this card is this card is this. There's one card that floats. It'll go all over the place. And I'm like, technically this card by the book is like the best thing to be achieved under current circumstances. And I'm like, but look, once I start flipping cards over, this guy may go over here in the future. This guy may tell me, like, give me some more details about the past. This may give me more details about your current situation. So I'm like, this one will move. And as soon as I start flipping over, I'm like, oh, no, you go over here.
Yep.
So I slide it over and then, like, I'll start to pair cards together. And at the end, it may not resemble the Celtic Cross spread at all.
And it's awesome because, And I love that. I love receiving readings from folks who don't necessarily follow something that's super set in stone. I had one last year in person, and the reader was like, I look at everything all together and how it's in relation to one another, not necessarily in a traditional Celtic Cross, although I'm going to use that format. And in the same way as my reading from you, it didn't really end up looking so much like the Celtic Cross spread, and there were extra cards, and there were oracle cards in there, and all that. So I love that. I think it's cool. It's cool.
That's the biggest thing. I think a lot of people don't, they don't tackle tarot because they're, I mean, I've heard it from them. I've heard it from, like, Ink Spirit members where they're like, oh, I have to memorize all the cards. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And the message that you're going to get is from you. It's from your higher self, your guides, like whatever it is you want to call it or whatever. But the cards, the pendulum, I mean, all of it, just like you said earlier, it's a tool for you to open up that doorway. But the doorway's there. Which is how, like, some people who are mediums or, psychics or whatever can, like, their doorway's just open. So they can just sit there almost sometimes and channel or tap into stuff or whatever. And that's great. But a lot of us have to have almost like a trigger, I guess. Yeah. And then it opens up that doorway. And even sometimes just holding the cards, when I'm shuffling the cards for people and I'm, like, tapped into their energy, I get visions. So I'll be like, I don't know what this means, but I'm seeing a brown dog. And then the people are like, oh my God, my dog's brown. And I'm like, yay! Because, like, I can't see them because I'm doing virtual readings. So they're like, oh my God, my dog's brown and it's sitting in my lap right now. And I'm like,
aww,
yay!
Love that. Yeah.
But that's just holding the deck sometimes. It's just like I've opened up that pathway and, things can come in. So, yeah.
That's cool. Have you ever tried tasseography or tea leaf reading? I've never done this.
I have one of those fancy schmancy cups that has the pictures down on the bottom of it. No, we just use it for pictures here at Ain't Got His Creations. I've tried.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where, like, I'm staring at the cup and I'm like, I see tea leaves.
Like, Same. I don't see shapes, and I see shapes in clouds.
Everywhere. I see shapes in everything. Incense, smoke, candle wax, my eggs when I'm frying them in the morning. I see shapes in everything except for tea leaves.
Okay, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel a lot better, actually.
I'm the same way. I just go, I mean, that looks like a L because the 2 tea leaves are going like this. And I'm like, that's all I got.
Yeah, same. It doesn't work for me. I don't know. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, it doesn't work for me either. So yeah, if you're listening and you do read tea leaves, please share. Please share. Please. What is it? I don't know. What does it feel like? How does it work for you? Because it's going to work for, everyone differently too. Yeah. But I would love to know if anybody actually reads tea leaves, because I find it fascinating. And I tried palms at one point too. But I think there is some memorization. There definitely is memorization that goes with palm reading, because you have to at least know the lifeline, the heart line, the mounds even do something, and the finger. It was a lot of information. I couldn't focus.
Yeah, I've never tried that because of the information. Yeah. But it's so much.
Yeah.
And I've had to memorize a lot of astrology things, so I'm astrology's the thing that I'm memorizing, not palms, because that doesn't work for me.
No, and I had my palm read one time, and the woman immediately looked at my palm and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna have 4 kids," and I was like, "I have 2, and my husband's had a vasectomy." So.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and out the window. So sorry, and strike 1. And honestly, you get 1 strike in this, because
I know.
That's a big strike.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things. I don't even remember the rest of the reading, because I kind of tuned her out at that point and was like, all of this is going to be bullshit.
Yep.
But it was just a bad reading, because I've had my palm read twice.
Okay.
And the other one, it was when Colin and I were dating, and we went to Richmond, and we just saw a psychic on the side of the road, a building that said psychic in the window, a neon sign. And I was like, "Oh, can we go?" And so she read my palm, and she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh, you're going to marry him." And I'm like, "Of course you're going to say that. He just gave me $50 to give to you."
I know, right?
But then I did marry him.
I know, it's true. You did.
So that one was good.
Right. I've always wondered who stops at those little side of the road psychic places, and it is you. I love it.
That's both times I've gotten my palm read. Is both of those, and one was in Richmond, Virginia, one was in Charleston, South Carolina. So literally driving around, and you see the neon sign that says psychic in the window, and or palm reader or whatever, and I'm like, that's me. I want to go.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that. I know. I would love to do a palm reading sometime, just because I'll try pretty much anything once. As long as it's legal and doesn't harm anyone, I'll try it. Let's do it. So, yeah. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Is there another form of divination that you like?
I like just staring at fire. It's technically called pyromancy.
It is.
But
I love it.
I like to say I just like staring at fire. Candle flames. Incense, I think, is also, or incense smoke can also kind of be considered a form of pyromancy.
Yeah.
But I think between tarot or what is the overall? Is that cartomancy? Isn't that the overall? Okay.
Yeah.
So between cartomancy and pyromancy, those are my 2 go-tos. I love just staring into a fire and or a candle flame, and entering that meditative state, that trance-like state. So scrying that's a form of scrying. So I guess overall I would go with, I like scrying too, because I will stare in a black mirror, I will stare in a crystal, I will stare in a crystal ball. I don't care. Scrying I love, because I love the things that pop into my head when I'm doing it. For me, it's just a way to meditate, but super meditate, deeply meditate.
Yeah.
And just for those listening, I don't physically see these things in the mirror.
Okay.
I see them more. It's just like I'll be staring at a black mirror or a gemstone or whatever, and I will get the image, like, or I will hear sometimes, but it'll be like a white bird, and I'm like, okay, white bird. Okay. Yeah. I'll write that down. I'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, it's just very similar to like a guided meditation and like the little movie that kind of plays in my head with guided meditations. But I don't ever actually like see. I think that's at least for me, I don't know if other people actually see images in these things. But if you've tried scrying and you don't physically see with your eyes things in there, then that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, because I have not tried scrying like with a bowl of water, or I have a couple of obsidian mirrors, but I haven't used them. I don't know. Maybe there was like a fear there at some point. But I've always kind of heard that it's like, oh yeah, you'll kind of see things like kind of in your peripheral vision, or like as you're staring at this object, you kind of like start seeing shapes in it. So yeah, I love that it's kind of visual, like internal visual images though, because I do that all the time in meditation, anytime I'm in a Reiki session, all of that. So that actually makes it feel a little bit better for me.
Yeah, I think one of the things I will do, and I usually do it around Samhain, I do have a room that I will sit in, a very dark room by myself. And look, it took me a while to build up to this, okay? With a black mirror in front of me and a candle in front of the black mirror. No other lights on, light the candle. And then, you watch the reflections of shadows off of the black mirror. And let me tell you, like I said, it took me a while to build up to it because it's scary as shit.
Yeah.
It's freaky. Yeah. And so it was my way of not only becoming one with my dark side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But also like that. And when that happens, when you are, because like of course the candle flame flickers and dances, and the shadows will sometimes take on a form to where, but it's more of like they'll take on a form, and then in your head it just pops in like, oh, tiger, and you're like, oh, okay, but seeing a tiger, not necessarily, but then the shadows will dance some more, and you'll see other things, things in the shadows. But that's cool. Man, it took a while, just because I think most people are kind of frightened of the dark, or of things that they can't see in the dark.
Yeah. I know, like I won't like look at my bathroom mirror if I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Like I don't turn lights on because I don't want to wake Mike up. But I'm like, I will not look at the mirror. So I think that's part of it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, so I do obviously tarot and oracle, and a lot of times I'll just pull out an oracle deck, and I have a few like trusted decks, and I've got a couple that like they have attitudes. They will. Yes. I gotta tell you, if you want an oracle deck that will beat you up a little bit, my Divine Feminine Oracle will just give it to you, because it's just that truth coming out. But I have like animal spirits and moonology ones, all these different decks. But I have only kept the decks that really I feel connected to and resonate with, and that give me like kind of a channel for more information beyond just the meaning of the card. And that was a really interesting experience for me in self-trust, and to just like really lean into those promptings and notice when I get chills and all that. And sometimes what I think is so interesting about divination is you just kind of say the thing, and it may not make sense to you, but if you're with someone, you're sharing that space with someone, it makes sense for them, or it later becomes relevant. So always journal about your divination. But I do that, and I do a lot of pendulum work, and I think those are my two big divination practices.
I collect pendulums, but I don't use them.
I love them. I have them for everything. Like I have a citrine one for like financial divination, like business stuff. And then my sodalite is the one I use for Reiki and all that. But I've got just kind of a generic evil eye one in my bag at all times, so that I don't carry many magical items with me, but I definitely carry that tool with me everywhere I go.
I like making pendulums. That's one of my favorite things to make.
Yeah.
Like to craft. And I test every single one of them. And even my husband, like, you know, I'll be testing them. Like, we'll be watching TV and I'm sitting there making pendulums and I always pick one up and I test it. But he's watched me before and he's like, what are you doing with that thing? Like, are you swinging it? And I'm like, no. I'm just testing the energy. And then he'll be like, well, what can you do with it? And I'm like, I like playing with pendulums because, like, if you can stop it, you can swing it the opposite way. Like, it's... If you want to practice your energy, like practice manipulating energy, pendulums are gorgeous. So I love playing with pendulums, but when it comes to actually using them, I never think to do it. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, it's my, this is making no sense. Let me pull this tool out and clarify the situation tool. So, like, today, when I was just, like, looking at my spread, and it was like, this is not making any sense, I was just like, let me just check in with the pendulum. And it's like, is this for me? Nope. I'm like, okay. So, yeah. So, anytime I'm in meditation and I get a sign or a symbol, and I've even done it for clients where I'm in Reiki with them, my Reiki sessions, for those listening, also include, like, a mediumship element to them, and I will sometimes get down on all fours and just kind of like child pose that position and allow those messages to come in. And if they're super confusing, or I say out loud, is it this or this, and I don't get an answer, then I'll pull the pendulum out and just be like, all right, come on, energy, let's do it. So
I'm so indecisive. I don't know why I've never thought of using a pendulum before.
Seriously, it's so easy.
I have them. I have them even on my, like, altar behind my desk.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I should do that more. Yeah.
And you just ask a yes or no question. And you don't even need, like, a pendulum board. I have a lot of pendulum boards. I love them. But literally, as long as you program your pendulum correctly, so that you know what yes means, you know what no means, you know what maybe or indecisive means, you're good to go.
Are your yeses and nos and all that the same for all of your pendulums, or does each pendulum have its own?
Yeah, no, it's the same for all of them.
Okay, because I was going to say, mostly for me, clockwise has always been yes, and counterclockwise is no, which, as I know a lot of people, it's just like a vertical or horizontal shift, but for me it's spiral, like it's a circle.
Yeah, for me, mine's a little different because at this point, mine are all programmed for Reiki healings as well. Okay. So for me, yes is like a vertical kind of away from me, like, you know, nodding yes. No is side to side. And then if a chakra is open, then it's a clockwise. And if it's closed, it's counterclockwise. Okay. So, and then if it goes like completely diagonal, it's like I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. You're on your own, Chica. So that's always fun. Or like if it stops completely. Have you ever had a pendulum like stop completely?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's weird. I've had it like where it's just like swinging and it's just like,
yeah.
Like, okay.
No, back in the day I used to use pendulum. Like I've used pendulums to find like my missing keys.
Oh, nice.
And shit like that. Like back in the day I used to use pendulums a lot. And that's when I used to also do pendulums like kind of like sound cleansing in a house.
Yeah.
And that's when I've had a pendulum, like, so I'll be walking around and the pendulum will, you know, like, okay, good. And then all of a sudden we'll get to a corner and it'll be like, and I'm like, oh shit, we need to cleanse this corner right here. This is nasty over here.
That is musty and dusty. Yeah. Get it out of there.
Yeah. So that's when I've had it like completely go still before, is during like a cleansing. Yeah.
I've had it go completely still on a couple of Reiki sessions where it's just like, it's super, like the chakra is like so closed that it's like, just like, it doesn't want to work. Because most of the time, like our chakras, like, they're open or closed-ish, and, you know, there's, like, varying degrees of it. And sometimes we have, like, a wide open, like, third eye chakra or wide open root chakra. And other times it's just, like, it is closed because it is protecting you and it doesn't want any energy at all coming in. And that's when my pendulum will just be, like, just hang there. Like, okay. Yeah. So,
is there any form of divination that you've always wanted to learn or try?
I've wanted to learn tea leaves because that just sounds fun. Let me think. I think that's the big one. And I have been, I will just come out and say it, I have been a little wary of doing a scrying mirror, but I have always wanted to do it. So I already have so many mediumship abilities that there's something in me that's like, I don't know, will I unlock something in myself if I do this? And if so, is that something I want unlocked?
I get that.
Yeah.
I think it's just my little bit of, because I don't like to thrill seek a lot. I like to thrill seek very cautiously. You know? So I think for me, it's one of those things like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know. But then I watch ghost hunting, you know, shows or something where they're going and they're doing shit like that in a haunted house, and I'm like, y'all are stupid. I ain't doing that. Like I said, calculated or like, you know, cautious risk taker.
I love it.
Like, I'll do it sitting in my house, but you want me to go to a known haunted location and fuck around with a scrying mirror? I'm good. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I will totally go to known haunted locations.
Yes.
Am I going to intentionally?
No.
Do you think no? It'll happen or it won't. And it usually happens, and that's fine. But I don't need to see anything at a location if it's not wanting to just show me as I like walk in the door.
Yeah.
I don't need to look into a mirror or anything. And I always think of The Conjuring and the little music box and the little swirly mirror. I'm like, I'm going to look in a mirror one day, I swear, and there's going to be something behind me. It's going to freak me out. So yeah, I haven't tried that. That was a long way to answer your question.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Anything you wanted to try or?
Yeah, man. I would love to, I guess charm casting is probably the more modern form of this, but like the thought of like throwing bones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I love that.
I have a charm casting set and I love it, but I haven't really connected to it.
Yeah, and I want to do one where like, because like there's charm casting sets that you can get that are, you know, pretty, they have the same charms in them, and that's fine, and those are great to start off with. But like, I like the ones where it's a little bit of everything. It looks like you went to an antique store and just picked up random shit.
Yep.
And there's like there's some bones in there. There's some charms. There's some dried shit. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I love the thought of that and the thought of collecting the things, you know, as I go. And it's just something I haven't started. And I think what's going to end up happening is I want to create a charm casting kit for the store.
Yep.
And that's how it will start, is like, which we did a mini one in the Advent last year. But I think I want to create, what's going to end up happening is I will end up creating a charm casting kit for the shop, a basic one, and that will be my starter. Because that's how I do a lot of things here. It's like, I want this, let me order it for the store. Or create it for the store, and then I do it. But I want to put weird shit in it. I want to be, I think it is in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yes.
There was the sheriff of Nottingham had like the creepy hag woman that he went, and she would crack open an egg of blood.
Yes.
And then she would throw bones in it, and then in their creepy voice. And I love that scene, and it made an impression on me as a child, and I want to be that hag one day.
Yeah. We'll be those hags together. Same. Yes. It scared me a little bit as a child, but also was like fascinating. And I think she has a couple of rune stones in there too. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute, so.
Yeah, there's like a little bit, there's some bones and some runes, and then she just looks at it and she accurately predicts the future, and I'm like, I want that. I want to be that. I want to do that.
There you go. Yeah. I found a gal on Etsy who does she does charm casting scoops. So you just order a scoop or two from her, and she just uses a measuring scoop, and she just has all of these different charms, and they're all metal and stuff. It's super cool. I'll send you a link. And you just she just scoops it out, and she's like, there you go, puts it in a bag. It's kind of like crystal confetti, but it's charms. That would be cool for the shop. As we're just brainstorming here on the podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Now we're getting a little peek into our creative process here. Sorry.
This is actually how a lot of products get made, is just throwing around ideas. And
it's true. But it was really cool. There's some that are really Victorian looking, some that are totally modern, some that are kind of 70s hippie stuff. So yeah, it was a really cool experience to see what I got. So, but again, it's they're all kind of the same type of charm, and I like your idea of, I've got so many random sets of runes around here. I don't know even where I get them, but throw some runes in there, throw a couple bones in there,
some gemstones. That's what I seriously like that, and carry it around with me all the time.
Yep.
And just randomly do shit, put a little cloth out and throw the shit, and just be that weird person that has a bag full of trinkets that then tells the future.
I know.
That's a goal of mine. That's that's on my bucket list now.
I love that. Same. And of course, I'm thinking about our bazaar coming up later in the year, and I'm like, who's gonna hear this, and who's gonna bring stuff for us to pick through and be like, ooh, I want this, and I want this, and I want this for my charms.
Well, that's one of the cool things. So, personal conversation on the air too. So, Louisa she has signed up for this year. She's the one that does the crystalmancy.
Oh, cool!
She was the one that was kind of set up over here, and she. Yeah. I don't know how she does it, and I got to watch her do it, and I'm like, oh, maybe this year I'll finally. She just has gemstones, and awesome. She basically throws them, and then amazing. She can just read the gemstone. Which, don't get me wrong, we have the gemstone sphere lithomancy kit, which I created, so I know how to do that, but she just does it at random, and I'm just like, that is fascinating, and I hope to get a crystal reading from her, because she just throws. So basically it's the same thing, so cool. Casting, throwing bones, whatever you want to call it, but she does it with tumbled gemstones, and then based on where they were, she goes into these in-depth readings for people about their energy, but it also has some future shit thrown in. That's and I'm just cool. You got all of that from tumbled stones? I want that. Yes.
Yeah.
So she will be there this year.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I'll put that on my list. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Because I got an aura reading last year and love that. I love that so much. And then, I just didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted.
Yeah, so, I know.
Yeah, it's okay. I will this year. I'll make it a point. You just kind of get in the zone, especially if you're hosting something or co-hosting something. You just kind of in that workplace.
Yeah.
And so this year I'm excited for a little more
relaxation,
wiggle room. Yeah, you know it.
Yep.
It's gonna be good. All right, I think that covers divination pretty well, at least from our points of view.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Which, on our podcast, that's all that matters. However, I will say we have lots of blogs on Goddess Creations, so go check it out. There's there's other things that you can do for divination, but those are
Staring at the clouds is a form of divination. I can't remember what it's called, but
I can't either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. Shall I pull a card for us?
Yes.
All right. Oh, gosh. Oh, this is cute. Okay. You have 30 seconds, and we're going to be very lenient on that 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
To come up with a TV show premise starring your pet or an animal you met once. Go.
I already have a TV show of pets. Between all three of my cats, I basically have Three's Company, the 70s.
You do.
That 70s show, because they all have three different personalities.
I know.
So that right there, I'm just going with, we have a cheesy TGI Friday sitcom with all three cats. There's Cass the asshole, Crowley the not bright one who thinks that he's an outside cat, but the minute he gets outside, he's scared shitless. And then Kitta, the diva queen. There you go. I would watch that every Friday.
I enjoy watching it, so yeah, I would watch that too. And it would be like the cutest little cartoon too.
Yeah,
that would be adorable. Well, Trudy, my dog, would definitely go on all of these adventures that, through her point of view, would be like epic, like massive adventures. And really, like at the end of the episode, you like zoom in and it's like she's just gone to a park, or she went and got a pup cup or something, like something that like feels very ordinary for us, but to a dog would just be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So, yeah,
I would watch that. Yep. I would watch that too.
Cute. It'd be so cute. I love it. And I kind of want to watch Homeward Bound now, because I haven't seen that since I was a kid, but it was just precious. And all the little dogs and cats. Anyway. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. You can find us at Two Witches Talking in most places. I have all the links in the show notes. I'm trying not to bore everyone with all of our links here at the end. But like and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, and come hang out with us on Patreon at Two Witches Talking, or watch us on YouTube under the Ink Goddess Creations account, and we're one of the 2 podcast lists there. So thanks so much for listening. I think that's it.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It was
fun today.
Me too. All right, y'all, until next time, stay magical.